Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and the homie Roller ZZ over on the Dokkan subreddit cooked up quite an extensive analysis for all of the Extreme Z Awakening cards that have pretty much released on JP Dokkan, except for the Family Kamehameha Trio, and then the free-to-play Gohan and Piccolo, I believe. But outside of that, I believe all of the other EZA units are represented here, and really, most of them are quite impressive. A lot of you guys are probably aware, but some of the most recent EZAs, such as Int Janemba, Tech Beerus, and Physical Kid Buu, have been very, very impressive, making these units into some of the best units in the game. So let's go ahead and start, and we'll take a look at this. Again, Roller ZZ did a lot of work getting these numbers here, so big shout out to him. And then here's where he kind of explains he didn't put the Family Kamehameha EZA units in here. One is because, he was having trouble finding good lineups for them, which makes sense. Of the three, the Goten is probably the best, just because it's so easy to just toss him onto like a hybrid Saiyan team, let him create orbs for the LRs, plus he can also do decent damage if he supers, and he also is able to defend at a pretty good rate. So that EZA Goten is very good, but remember, this list is a damage ranking, whereas Goten does a lot more besides just damage, right? So at number 14, we have Kid Buu here. I was a bit surprised of this at first, just because I figured his 50% support buff would just accumulate so much extra damage that he would be higher than this, but, no matter. Again, his 50% attack buff that he gives is tremendous, and it makes a lot of units hit ridiculous numbers. Thanks to this, LR Majin Vegeta can hit over a 5 million attack set on the Revived Warrior team. A lot of these units are able to look incredibly impressive. So, Physical Kid Buu is very good. He can also get above a 1 million attack set himself, but, that pretty much is dependent on Big Bad Bosses being active. He might need one or two of those Majin links for it to also activate, but I don't really think so. Number 13, we have AGL Ultimate Gohan here. I'm going to call this video probably like the top 10 hardest EZA units, even though, we're looking at 14 here, but y'all know how it is. Now, AGL Ultimate Gohan, he's solid. But the physical and in Ultimate Gohans are definitely a lot better than him. There's no doubt about this. So, of course, the other thing, too, about the Ultimate Gohans, at least the EZA ones, is they all pretty much have to be calculated on the Majin Buu arc team, because they've only got the two categories, right? The Hybrid Saiyan team, and then the Majin Buu arc team, and then SCR Ultimate Gohan is the leader of the Hybrid Saiyan team, so you can't use them over there, which is a bit of an issue. Linked up with Super Vegeta. That makes sense, because, they share a lot of links with Super Vegeta. They've got Infighter, Fierce Battle, Power Bestowed by God. Basically, all of Gohan's main attack links will be active with the physical Super Vegeta. And then we got the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. We have the High School Gohan, and then the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman card. Will this take us right to it? Well, the picture at least. That card, that is a World Tournament Reward card. Global, by the way, will get that, not with their next World Tournament, but the one after. This guy is incredibly good, so that will give this Ultimate Gohan his, best setup here. Roller also has the numbers, so Rainbow levels, usually I'm looking at Rainbow levels just because I always have all these units at Rainbow, right? So 1.7 million, what was... Okay, Kid Buu is 1.6 million. Okay. So we'll kind of keep a running tally of those. In the 12th spot, we have the Int Perfect Cell. That does make sense. That Tech Cell would be able to outdamage him. Tech Cell also has the advantage of that healing on super attack. Although, again, for this list, we're only looking at damage. So the lineup to get this is 17 plus Perfect Cell. Then you have LR Cell plus his CUR. And then you also have... That is his CUR, right? Yeah, yep, TUR, LR Cell, yep, okay. And then the Floater 17, Evil Android 21, and the Good Android 21, who, of course, is a support type unit, giving a 30% buff to Android category units. So, Perfect Cell, Int Perfect Cell, able to get up to 1.8, so pretty good. Int Perfect Cell, he might have one of the biggest jumps in terms of relevance with his EZA, just from where he went as one of the worst TURs in the game to really being able to hold his own on several different category teams. So they did a really good job with him. But with Android 17, yeah, you're only really going to be able to have Fierce Battle active with him. But, you know, Int Cell and Tech Cell, they do have kind of wonky links. And then Perfect Cell does stack his attack on Super Attack as well. Is it a greatly raised attack? I think it might be. Here, where is the Int Cell? Surpassing All is the Tech one. The Int one is... Well, I can't see him. Beerus, Frieza, there he is. Ceaseless Terror right there. Okay, so yeah, he greatly raises attack, and it is a permanent stack. Okay, not bad. So he gets up to 1.8. Now we'll move on to the SCR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Now, at first, it seemed like a lot of people were kind of disappointed by Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta's EZA. After having used him a bunch and then seeing how impressive the EZA is for like Int Janemba and, you know, Tech Beerus, I do think they probably could have given Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta a bit more. Usually on like the Super Saiyan 3 team, he will sit at about a 1 million attack stat. Combined with his ridiculous defense is very good, but it's just like, you look at what Janemba is capable of doing. Janemba is legitimately like nearly a summonable LR in terms of his value, like with his defense and offensive ability. So I do think they probably could have given SCR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta a bit more of a buff. Of course, you're going to get most of his, important attack links on the Super Saiyan 3 team. The uptime for Super Saiyan 3 Bardock support passive is 30%. Of course, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock gives a 40% attack buff to super type allies when HP is 70% or below, which gives Vegeta a huge buff, and his attack buff is considered to never activate, as it is almost impossible for this to happen naturally during gameplay. That's correct. Unless you have Vegeta double super against like the first or second phase of some Dokkan event boss fight, you're not ever going to get Vegeta's attack buff to activate. Vegeta gets a 120% attack buff when the enemy is stunned. Again, not something you're really going to see. So we got him linked up with Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Then we got the Gotenks. We have Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then, the LR Super Battle Road Goku. Okay. That does make sense. He is a very good support type unit. And especially if your health would fall below the threshold, he is able to give a monster attack buff to super class units. So that makes sense. And Vegeta is at 1.82. All right. So now we're moving on to the Physical Ultimate Gohan, who is able to hit higher numbers than the AGL Ultimate Gohan. Physical Ultimate Gohan just, he has a nice 120% attack buff, plus he gives himself Ki, able to pretty consistently get the same numbers, from using this guy a lot in the, what EZA is it? The Ultimate Gohan, the Int Ultimate Gohan EZA. I use this Ultimate Gohan a lot. So he's able to get up to 1.83. Okay, so some of these units are pretty close. Then we have the Int Ultimate Gohan here leading the way. Yeah, I figured. Int Ultimate Gohan does appear to be the best Ultimate Gohan to me. I do think he's probably better even than the SCR Ultimate Gohan, actually. He's able to get Infighter, Power Bestowed by God, Fierce Battle, all of those links from Physical Super Vegito. The other thing, too, is that Int Ultimate Gohan does not need Ki to super attack at all. He only needs 1, because at 7 Ki, he's able to super. So if you have a traditional team, 2 leaders that give 3 Ki, which, you're pretty much always going to have, this Ultimate Gohan will always super, which is very helpful. Same team as the AGL Ultimate Gohan, and then this guy is able to get to 2.2. So we have a bit of a big jump between, who was the last one? The Physical Ultimate Gohan to the Int Ultimate Gohan. All right, so that's important to note. Yeah, once we get to some of these top tier units, the jumps are going to get really big. Then we have the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Same thing as SCR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. On the Super Saiyan 3 category team, he's going to be able to activate most of his important attack links pretty much the whole time. Exact same setup pretty much as the SCR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, except we have the Int Armor World Tournament Goku here instead of the Super Battle Road rewards. So that's interesting. And then this Vegeta gets up to a 2.3 million attack stat. Okay. Now we're looking at the Tech Perfect Cell. For a while, I did consider Tech Perfect Cell to be, pretty much the best EZA unit, but now we have, the gods, Beerus and Janemba, who have broken through and are ridiculous. So Tech Perfect Cell, yeah, basically is only considered to have Fierce Battle active with Android 17, plus he does need to get a number of Ki Orbs in order for him to hit very hard. Yeah, it is interesting how the lineups that seem to produce the most damage are actually ones that split up Tech Perfect Cell from being with the LR Cell, because you want LR Cell to be able to get his 18 key super, but then Tech Cell also does need to get a number of key orbs, right? So that's why I think these lineups are usually built like this. And then, same rest of the Android team as the Int Perfect Cell had. And then this cell, whoa, was able to get up to 2.8, so quite a big jump from the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Oh, yeah, so Tech Cell is way, way, way above Int Cell then. I knew Tech Cell was better than Int Cell, but that's very good. That's very good. A full 1 million attack over Int Cell. Not bad, not bad. Next we get to SCR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like the other Super Saiyan 3 units, that Super Saiyan 3 team is so easy to activate all of their important links, which is really, really nice. Plus, we can consider, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, let me take a quick look at what his passive again, because I remember he has a lot of, I don't really want to call it restrictions, but he has like a lot of like checks you gotta hit, right? So he gets 80% attack when HP is 30% or above, an additional 30% attack at 50% or above, and then another additional 30% attack when HP is 80% or above. So this Goku is able to get, to 140% when HP is above 80%, which is pretty good. That's a high level of attack. But, he's not going to always have that up. So he's going to be linked up with Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, and this is going to be a similar team, but not completely the same as to what some of the other Super Saiyan 3 teams we saw with the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and the STR. SCR and Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas. So he's able to get up to 2.8, so he's just a little bit above Tech Cell. Yeah, okay. So now we move on to the EZA SCR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. On the Movie Boss team, of course, that way Turles can really help him out. Plus, this Broly does struggle with Ki because he does not have Prepared for Battle, so Turles helps him out a lot over here. So we have the EZA Broly along with the Super Saiyan Broly. Interesting. I wonder how much this will change once we get the new Broly from the Broly movie here in Dokkan. It's not actually full power Super Saiyan Broly that we're getting, but it's just his Super Saiyan form that we're actually going to be getting to Dokkan. So that's pretty interesting to me. It'll be interesting because that means eventually, we're going to get the Big Daddy full power Super Saiyan Broly. But the Broly, he's going to have the same name as this Broly. I was actually surprised, but they did not change, the way his name is, right? The Dragon Ball Super Broly is just called Broly the same way the Dragon Ball Z one was. So, you could use the new Int Broly to farm up the super attack of LR Broly, for example. But you will be able to use Legendary Super Saiyan Broly alongside the full power Super Saiyan Broly whenever he comes out, because they're not called the same thing anymore. Then the other rotation is, of course, Beerus and Whis and Beerus. We'll get back to that shortly. Don't you all worry about that. Plus, we have the floaters of Turles and Kid Buu, because, of course, Turles gives a 50% buff to extreme-type allies as well. So this Broly is able to get up to a 3 million attack set. Pretty good. Alright, so now we move on to Physical Full Power Frieza. Now that he finally has a really good category team that he's on, where he fits very easily the Most Malevolent Clan team, he's able to get some of these attack links active. So they're going to link him up with AGL Metal Cooler, interesting, and then SCR Final Form Frieza will link up with Final Form Cooler. Yeah, because this is the hardest hitting unit on the Most Malevolent category as of right now. This SCR Final Form Frieza, he is very impressive. Then you have Turles, the other Metal Cooler, and Angel Golden Frieza as the floaters, okay? And Full Power Frieza is able to get up to 3.3 million, basically 3.4. So now, at this point, these units are ridiculously strong. Then we have the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Unlike a lot of the other units here at the top of this list that we're looking at now, there is actually a better version of Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the game than this AGL one. That's the only thing that sort of holds him back. But he is still very, very impressive. Again, we're looking at him at the Super Saiyan 3 team. And again, most of his major attack links are able to be activated. Linked up with Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Then we got Angel Goku. We have the GT Support Goku. And then the LR Super Battle Road Goku. Yeah, I hadn't really considered using this Super Battle Road Goku on the Super Saiyan 3 team too much. But he does fit rather well on there, huh? The only negative about this guy is he doesn't have Fierce Battle or Shattering the Limits. And he this AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku is able to get up to 3.4. Alright, so now now we move on to the two units that are just absolutely, like, it's insane. They're absolute insanity. Int Janemba and Tech Beerus are so powerful now, and their best teams are both on the Movie Boss team. So, Int Janemba is able to get Fierce Battle and Nightmare all the time. Brutal Beatdown has a 66% uptime. Not accurate because there are turns he'll have to be on the first slot to activate his buff. Therefore, he's not always linked with Turles, and to calculate this, too many factors for my brain to handle. Okay, so basically the way Janemba works, we should go over this, is he has to get hit once, and then for 4 turns after that, he gets an additional 40% attack buff. Now, of course, this is that same sort of passive that multiplies into itself. That's why both Tech Beerus and Int Janemba are at the top of this list, because when you have these types of passives where you get an additional attack buff after being hit, the damage level you're able to do after that is like ludicrous, especially if you have any support units around. It's monstrous. And his second buff is considered to have an average of 70% uptime. That seems accurate to me, I guess. I almost would say you could probably say it would be a little bit more than that, but, you know, whatever. It's not really too big of a deal. Alright, so we have Metal Cooler plus Janemba, and then, funny, you could do then Beerus and Whis and Beerus on the other rotation. So let's see what this will get Janemba up to. 3.8 million. Int Janemba is a monster. Plus, the other thing to consider about Int Janemba is he doesn't take damage. Even on Category Super Battle Road, these fuckers can't touch Int Janemba. That's what's so ridiculous about him. He's able to put out almost as much damage as Tech Beerus, and the difference is Tech Beerus doesn't really have much defense, whereas Int Janemba is just a shining beacon of godly power, basically. And then here, let me grab the Tech Beerus. We might as well quickly take a look at him because he is the #1 unit here. He gets the attack and defense 80%, so his defense is going to be pretty solid. Plus, he's got 10k defense. No. He has 11k defense. There we go. And then he has that same thing where after he gets hit, then he gets, an extra attack buff. So let's go here. Let's see what Tech Beerus has got. Fierce Battle, Godly Power, Prodigies, Innocence. Because of being able to link up with LR Beerus, they're able to activate pretty much all their links. I think the only link that Tech Beerus and LR Beerus do not share is Legendary Power. Because obviously Tech Beerus is not an LR. Now if we move down, the best team for this is Beerus and Whis plus Beerus, and then the EZA or LR Broly plus Super Saiyan Broly. I mean, it doesn't matter. You could put the, LR Bojack plus CR Bojack, or, Janemba plus Metal Cooler. They'll all pretty much work there. Same floaters, Turles, Skip Boo, and then Tech Beerus is able to get to 4.8. So, yeah, he's a lot higher than Int Janemba, actually. Tech Beerus is ridiculous. Some of you guys might have seen, he's able to get, 3.5 million attack stat. He does insane levels of damage. Plus, LR Beerus also able to get up to, like a 5 million attack stat sometimes. Absolutely ridiculous. Kid Buu in a Rainbow lineup for Resurrected Warrior generates a whopping 2.2 million. That includes his personal attack and the damage he generates for the entire team. So, basically, EZA units, as you guys can see, Tech Beerus and Int Janemba are two of the last 3 pretty much big EZAs we've gotten. And they are godly strong level units. So, what this means is if they're really going to start EZAing the, 100% demigod leaders and the, 70% OG god leaders plus SCR Gogeta, those units are going to eclipse their newer versions of themselves. Like, Int Janemba is head and shoulders better than SCR Janemba. SCR Gogeta is probably going to be head and shoulders better than Int Gogeta. It is crazy how strong these EZAs have become. So, thank you guys for watching. Big shout out, of course, to the homie Roller ZZ, and I will catch y'all next time.